Hey everyone, welcome to Canal Days, and thanks for joining us for today's episode of Morgan Street in Holyoke, Massachusetts. I am your host Carrie, here with my co-host, local historian and founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Como. As your personal tour guide, Robert will lead you through some of the most iconic sites and the legends of historic significance throughout New England's preeminent and pivotal state of Massachusetts. With his expert insights, every monument memorial story comes to life. Afterwards, don't forget to check out his website, holyokecanaltour.org, to access the full Canal Days video and podcast series. Also, check out his free in-person public tours he offers throughout Western Mass and the schedule for these special events. You can also book personalized private tours for groups of all sizes, tailored to your interests. To discover all that and much more, remember to log on to holyokecanaltour.org.
Here we are in Morgan Street in Holyoke, Massachusetts, and we're looking at the carriage house with the Augustine Esclique home. The home itself is on Northampton Street, but the carriage house has a driveway from Morgan Street itself. So it's a beautiful home over there. Across the street is Samuel Whiting's home, now the Sisters of Marian's home. Now there's many different kinds of homes on this street, so if you love different styles, you'd have delight in the street because it goes from bungalow to simple Victorian to Queen Anne, and there's even twin homes. And there's a giant Sarah Wood home designed by James Clough down Loomis Street, which is one of the side streets. And so there's quite a bit around. You can see some of the homes are in great shape still. Like this one still has this wraparound porch area. It was made in this shingle style. Now there's twin homes here, Joseph Ely, and one of these homes, he was a contractor and he had one of these, and the other home is William Chase, and those are historic names. They're, I think, as of this year, 100 years old. So I think they were made in 1924 or 25, and you can see they're very similar to each other by design, and they have a walkway right up through the middle of them. And that walkway is a shared walkway for the homes. So when I do more research on it, I'll find out why they shared it. Maybe the families had something in common, and they're twin homes of one another. Now, a very common name in the history of Holyoke is Patrick Carmody. And Patrick Carmody, he was a superintendent of the Holyoke Waterworks, or he's commissioner of that for about half a century. He was also a plumbing supply store owner on High Street. And there's been a Carmody Reservoir associated with him. It was named after him because he was head of the waterworks department. And that Carmody Reservoir now has the name of Ty Carmody. So the older Carmody's been around since 1890s or so, but the Ty Carmody motto from 1950 still bears his name. So this is another gorgeous house. This is a house that he owned. All right, so we'll walk a few more. You can see there's great volumes to these houses. This is a neo-colonial home look. And this one is a colonial style. That was probably made about, I would guess this one about 1920s. And here's another Queen Anne style. Now, the homes get fairly ordinary after this. No spectacular homes until you get to Nonotuck Street. And on the juncture of Morgan Street and Nonotuck Street, there are three really nice homes, again, in a Victorian style. And that would be a part of a tour that I give here. Also on this street, you have the Morgan Street Park. Goes down this little incline here. So they have a lot on this street. But they have one side street called Loomis Avenue. They have two houses right on the avenue. But right at the end of the avenue, they have a home called the Sarah Wood nowadays. It was built by James Clough, who was one of the architects that stayed around Holyoke for a very long time. He designed the Holyoke Public Library. And in the beginning it was called Holyoke Home for Aged People. In the beginning it was only for women. And then it's morphed since then. Still an old age home. Very large, but for both genders. In the middle of Loomis Street is bricked. And there's sidewalks along the sides. So they've done a great job here. And this is Sarahwood. Enormous. Right? This is the left side, the right side is over there. So quite the spectacular look and a nice backyard to it. Alright, so look at the views these people had if they lived there. They'd have great views, especially in the fall. Fairfield Avenue is just beyond here, which has a lot more Victorian homes for sure. So this is a very nice section of Holyoke if you like to see homes with high-level architectural values to them. But you get to see also a lot of different style homes. And hopefully on a tour I can give next year, we can walk the entirety, see when homes were made, who lived there, and see their architectural values. So what I'll do for you to send you off is give you a panoramic view from this point. Thank you very much.